All right, let's talk a little bit about writing. I don't know if you guys remember, but way back at school before Christmas time, we started talking about writing and we started making charts like this while we were sharing our ideas. The first thing I asked you guys is to give me some ideas about why we write. And you guys told me things like, we write because the teacher tells us to. We write so that we can share a story. We write to give answers at school. So if a teacher gives you a page that has a question, you write your answers down. We talked about how in our journals sometimes we write so that we can share things, share what our favorite Halloween treat was, share what we wore for Halloween, different things like that. Okay, so that was why do we write. After that, we talked about who can we write to. And you guys had some great ideas. You said things like we could write to our grandma and grandpa to tell them that we love them. We could write to our friend in a birthday card to say happy birthday. We also said we could write to Mr. Nurse and ask him to give us some new toys for our classroom. So there's lots of different people and different places that we could write things and send them to. Today, we're going to talk about what can we write about. So we talked about why do we write, who do we write to. Today we're going to talk about what can we write about. And we can write about anything. Think of some of the stories that we've read in class. Think about some of the stories that Miss V has read to you every morning in our morning meeting. There's a lot of different things that you can write about. Think about when Mommy and Daddy read the newspaper. There's a lot of things in that newspaper they're reading about. Sometimes when you get in the bigger grades, the teachers are going to give you big books called textbooks that have a bunch of different things that you have to read. So sometimes people make those books and they write stuff about science and about math. So what it says here is I can think of an idea. So if we were in class right now, I would be taking ideas from all of you to write on our poster. I'm going to help you out, okay? So when it's time to write, what are some things we can write about? So let's say we could write about our family. A lot of you like to write about your family in your journals, or even during free choice time, you get paper and you make little books about your family. We could write about our pets. We could write about what we did on the weekend. Okay. We could write about our favorite things. Okay. Now, we are just learning our letters and our sight words. So if Mrs. Fox said to you right now, you need to write a book or a story, I bet you a lot of you would be nervous. So I want you to watch the video. It's a story called Ralph Tells a Story. And Ralph is a student just like you, and his teacher tells him that he has to write a story or tell a story, and he gets really nervous because I have no ideas. I don't know what I'm going to write about. So watch the story about Ralph, and then tomorrow we're going to start making a list of all of the important things that we need to do if we want to write. Okay, so we're going to start today, like I said, with coming up with an idea of something to write about. All right.